and welcome to Week 10 Bills pregame show versus the Jets. Top story, this is a game of familiar faces with Rets and IK going up against their former team, and the Bills getting to see Fitzy and Gailey. What are your thoughts on that?
About seeing old faces, I mean, it's got to be strange because, I mean, Gailey, he did a lot of great things for our offense when we did have Fitzpatrick, and they had a great run, but Rex also had a great run in New York, so I'm sure they'll give him some respect. But IK and Gino, I mean, if a fight happens during pregame, it happens.
I would say for IK it would be worth another 5-game suspension or something like that. Looking through the offensive breakdown here, we're probably going to want to be run first against that team, especially with Revis and Cromatie. What do you think as far as that goes?
I actually would want to. Well, I do agree with you with the running aspect to be the main point, but I do want to see Sammy Watkins step up versus Revis because last year Revis had his number, no problem, and he was a rookie, obviously. I want to see Sammy take that step.
Well, I would say that after today's game where Sammy was just on fire and Tyrod only could find him, it would be nice if Sammy could own Revis like Stevie used to back in the day.
Yeah.
With the Jets D, though, they do have a strong D line. In particular, Muhammad Wilkerson and
Leonard Williams, and then you also have who's the other one? Oh my goodness. I apologize, Damian Harris.
Damon Harrison, yeah.
But I mean, they're just a bunch of studs. They're all first round picks, and
it's a Rex built team. So, and it shows there. So, even then, we may not have the success on the run game that we're hoping with them really being stout pursuers more than anything else. That may make it tighter for McCoy and may actually make it a game where Karlos is the focus, I would think.
Yeah, I mean, McCoy is our shiftier running back, but Williams is going to have to run through everything, like he did through Buster's.
Pretty much every game so far.
Brent Grimes, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Brent Grimes.
And I mean, I hope your neck's okay, but it happens, so I do apologize about that.
As far as the defense goes, we know what Fitz brings to the table. Chris Ivory is a decent running back. They have a geriatric receiving core right now in Marshall and Tucker. And a line where you have two studs in Mangold and Ferguson. But beyond that, the rest of their line is kind of a patchwork. Where do you think the Bills could exploit on that?
Well, it also really depends if Mangold plays or not, because he did sit out a little bit of the second half or the whole game. I'm not 100% sure to be exact. But I would actually be worried about Chris Ivory because they're running the ball consistently, and you just saw Lamar Miller and
J.A.J.
There we go.
Yeah.
I was going to be I have no idea. But, yeah, they just ran through us, so, I mean, same recipe I would do if I were them.
And I got to ask, do you think that the Bills' defensive backfield can shut down the receiving core, in particular Marshall and Decker?
I would like to see Marshall go up against
either Stephon or Ronald there.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to see Darby shut him down because he's just been playing out of his mind according to NFL rankings. He's the third best cornerback
Pro
in the
Football
league.
Focus, any other group you can think of. Yeah, I'd say that for a rookie he's been phenomenal, and Gilmore's been just as good. Got to ask, what do you think of McKelvin playing today as a safety?
It was definitely,
and as a slot corner too, I should say.
It was definitely something different. He did, I mean, for not playing safety, I mean, I thought he did a pretty darn good job. Like when he stuffed Travis Landry on a screenplay, I mean, it just showed he had the instincts to go after the ball.
My biggest worry is, as a corner, you want to be playing under coverage more, and as a safety, you want to be playing over coverage more and not get beat deep. You know that McKelvin has the speed, but does he have the right instincts to be a better safety than Duke Williams? And hopefully we get to see that. Bringing us to Ryan Fitzpatrick, I'll say this. I know I was a big fan of Fitz. I know that the guy behind the camera has a Fitz jersey. It's good to see him doing well. I have to say that let's just hope he's not doing too well on Thursday.
I agree with you there. I mean, he has been playing out of his mind. He's doing enough to have them be in games and win games. and they're just...
Well, Chan knows how to utilize them. That's the big thing. Now, here's something we have to talk about. The Bills' perplexity for drawing stupid penalties and just some bogus calls as well. I can say it's one of the most frustrating things when the Bills are getting called for holding, and then you see Mario getting dragged down in the backfield on the next drive, and you're just wondering how it's not called evenly. But then you see the Bills also do stupid stuff like Jerry Hughes getting stupid penalties out of bounds, stuff like that. What's your take on that?
Honestly, I would start fining them, and that's the only way you can hurt them. Either take them off the field or start hitting them in their wallet, and they're going to stop them. They're going to have to learn to do it the correct way, or you're losing money.
Well, even then, some of them are fortuitous. I wouldn't even say that. I'd say some of the penalties were fortuitous in nature, in particular at the end of the first half today, where Gilmore gets that pass interference call.
But he saved the touchdown, though, too.
He saved the touchdown, and then the next play they go for the touchdown again, and they get nothing out of it. That's a 7-point swing, which really shifted the momentum in part in the Bills' favor. And the one call on InCognito, where the next play Sammy gets the touchdown on the 44-yard pass from Tyrod. Those are things where sometimes the penalties work out in your favor, even though they don't appear to initially.
But I feel like, though, like the unnecessary roughness penalties, well, not necessarily face masks, because some of them are, like, incidental.
Yeah.
Like when Tyrod had his face mask pulled on today, and that was a 15-yard penalty, and that helped trigger...
I still wish they had the 5 and the 15, to be quite honest. There's distinction there.
Yeah.
Keys to the game against the Jets, what do you think that we need to do to win?
Attack Revis, because you saw Amari Cooper go off against him, and you saw Allen Robinson, and I want to see Sammy's improvement as a wide receiver and step up to be somebody like a Kelvin Benjamin, Odell Beckham Jr., like in that rookie class.
I would say for Rex, it's confuse Fitz. If there's one thing that we know about Fitz is he gets inside his head too much. He's sometimes too smart for his own good. He's the type of player where if he knows what's going on in the field, he could torch you for 4 touchdowns, 5 touchdowns. And if you confuse him, he could throw 4 or 5 picks. So the reality is we know what we're getting when we face Fitz. We know that we have to confuse him. That doesn't mean pressure. That means just mixing up the defenses, play after play, drive after drive. No pattern, just trying to do the different things each time. And our picks for this week, what do you think it's going to be, Sal?
IK leads the Bills to a 17-16 win over the Jets.
All right, well, meanwhile, I'm going to say that the Bills are going to win. I like the form they've been in. I think that they're getting healthy right now. I'm going to say 27-13, being a homer. Our next video will be next week versus the New England Pasterisks. Go Bills. And I hit Jerry in the groin.
Hughes?